I sure can. Hi, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Waters of the Deep. And I'm getting feedback from right there. All right. Yeah. Let's just jump into it. I know you guys are super excited about this new water combat system I've been developing. So we'll kick right into it as you guys fight to defend Silt's family. Does anybody have any questions before we jump back into it? Do you guys need a refresher?
I think I'm good to go.
Okay. Then good to go we shall be. Top of the round is the Galleon, the big one there. It is going to fire a number of things. First, we're going to do this. Uh, Come on. All right. Oh, that was a ballista. That's not what I wanted. Mangonel is going to launch off at the Hope first and miss. And then each ship gets 2 ballistas. First one misses. Second one for the Unamed hits. Third one for Rock in a Hard Place hits. Fourth one hits as well. Is that, and then I've got where's my notes? 1 second. A little slow today. Where are... Really great when the DM can't even find his notes, huh?
Happens to the best of us. Yeah, take your time. I'm not chilling.
That's not it. Okay. Everybody make me a dexterity saving throw. Pretty please. Aha, I found my notes. Sure, I'm going to start out like that. What did I set that at? Okay. So everybody who got below a 12 is going to take some piercing damage as the ships launch off arrows. Let's see, 1d8 plus 1, so that's going to be 6 for Gallon, 6 for Odess. And Taddy, were you going to use any of your things for that? Mike.
Yeah, I'm thinking, looking. I mean,
It's a saving throw, so you can burn your reaction to use your, I think it's Uncanny Dodge, which will allow you to make the save, and you won't take any. think it's uncanny
Yeah,
dodge.
yeah, uncanny dodge. When an attacker you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the attack damaged.
So it's not that one then. It's the other one.
I don't know what other one you're talking about.
Do you? I thought you got both of them at the same time.
Godric got all kinds of shit on Friday, but Patty not so much.
Okay. Yeah, you don't get it till level 7. It's evasion that you would have needed. Because it is an attack, but it's a dex save to not take the damage because it's just a barrage. Otis, did you have anything to help you out with that?
No, not that I'm seeing so far. If I do, I'll let you know.
Okay. That brings us to the Hope. Gonna do their little movement. Fire a ballista at the galleon, which hits. Rock in a hard place.
I'm going to tell Truage to turn soft starboard.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell everybody on board to get ready to board.
Okay. And then we'll just go down the line with everybody on that ship. So, Becca, Taddy, and Pearl. Anything you guys want to do? Oh, no, Becca, you're on the other one. That's my bad. So, Taddy and Pearl.
I'm gonna ask Taddy if he needs help with anything.
No, I'm up in the crow's nest.
Right, so I'm kind of yelling, like, do you need help with anything?
No. I'm good.
Okay.
Hey, Taddy, what are you up to?
Can I take a shot on something?
You sure can. There are numerous crew members running around the ship, as well as Captain Rondis.
Yeah, let's take that shot at Captain Rondis. The sails are still in flames, right?
They are. I need, what was it, 1d6s
Yeah.
from you?
One for each.
One for each, yep.
First one. Second one.
Beautiful. So put us at... Oh, no. 38.
Captain Rondis?
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I'm just looking one thing up here. Okay, go ahead. You were hidden, so you would have had sneak attack on that.
Oh.
Just roll however many sneak attack dice in the chat box, and I will add them on. Double it and then add it. It'll be another 30. Okay. Anything else for you?
Yeah, is he still up?
He is still up.
Okay. Then, use my bonus action to hide again.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a stealth check. And Pearl, you didn't have anything this round?
No, I'm gonna try to hide and stay on the cupboard if I could right now.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check. Okay. The two ships went Unamed.
They're all in the same place, correct? In regards to their position.
Oh, I'm sorry. The galleon didn't do its move. There we go. Now everything is accurate.
I believe, if I remember correctly from last week, they're already firing at will with the ballistas.
Yes, they are. I've got the two. Or, no, you do the two. You got the sheet still?
For
Ballistas.
yeah, I got the knowledge changed again.
Okay. So, yeah, go ahead and take those two ballista shots right away. First one will hit. $16. And that one's gonna miss.
Cool. So that was that from there. In regards to like person, let me double check. This is. Oh, you know what? Not bad for long. So if I go, and I'm guessing because I think this was a 60-foot circle. If I go to the very back part of the ship, or even up to the side of the ship here, would I be within 60 feet of at least the hole that's in the water line of the galleon?
Are you talking about for your call lightning? Because that's already up. That's what the circle is.
No, I'm talking for something different.
Let's find out. We're gonna do this the cheap way.
I'm guessing if that's a 60-foot circle, that I would be within 60 feet of the boat, but
In theory, yeah, but let's check it just to be safe. Yeah, that'd be 45 between where your token is and Gallon's token is there.
okay. So what I would like to do is at the, where like the water line meets the hole, where you can see the hole in the water line,
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Shatter.
That's not concentration, is it?
It is not.
Okay.
So I will cast that. So you get the spell. And it requires, I don't know, you can tell me if it does or does not have a Constitution saving throw.
It will have disadvantage. Oh, wait, hold on. It is...
I don't know if the boats actually have a Constitution button.
Yeah, no, they do.
Okay.
So you can drop that on the ship. And we will see what it does. Now, if it's inorganic material, like stone, crystal, or metal, it gets disadvantage. But this is wood, which is an organic material. So yeah, just drop the con save right on Galleon 2 there.
Everything has changed on me.
So it fails, so it'll take the full damage. 11 resisted.
Really?
Remember last week we talked about damage threshold?
Yeah, I didn't know that that would apply for a system but okay, lesson learned. That's really it I got. Maybe tell Becca or tell Galen that we need to go soft to, I believe it's port. Yeah, soft port.
Alright.
Okay.
That's all I got.
And Becca?
We need to go soft port right now for our turn.
If not, we're about to put the ass into that ship.
Yeah, well, I will go soft port. And that's my turn.
All
It's like
right.
we're bored and alone, Pearl.
That's it for your turn, Becca?
Yeah, I can't do anything else.
All right. That'll bring us back up to the top of the round then. Mangonel for the Hope. Hits. And number of ballistas. First two for the rock in a hard place. First one hits. Second one crits.
I'm gonna kill this guy so fucking hard. Leave my hope alone.
Third one for the Unamed. Misses. Fourth one hits. I think the correct thing to say there should have been stop blowing holes in my ship. But that's just me.
Love those
Just
please.
I'm just resisting the urge to say that's what she said.
Alright, there's its movement. The Hope is up. Movement and a ballista, which misses. Silt. Rock in a hard place.
Did that shit move?
It did.
I'm going to. Where will our ship get to this turn?
This turn, you gave the order to board, right? So the idea is to get up alongside it.
Yeah. But I'm assuming I still have to order Truage and Tilla or whoever to tie the boats together.
So that will be the ship's movement for this round.
So I will tell them to do that, whatever that entails.
Okay. Well, you only have the one crew member on board. The other one went over to Odessa's ship, remember?
I don't remember that. I thought they were both there.
No, he...
The third girl I know did.
You're right, so you still have two.
Okay.
It's 2 and 4. I knew somebody went over. I couldn't remember.
Okay, so does it take one person or two people to?
Well, they'll have to stop the sails and run a rig line, so it'll take both of them.
I have Pearl too.
Yeah.
So I just want to know like who's gonna be best at doing that. I suppose one of them can run the rig lines and the other can get the sail. What is the correct term for this? Because it's not like it seems like it should be drop the sails means to stop the sails, but raise the sails.
Raise the sails, yeah.
Okay.
I can try to do that.
And then Pearl, I'm going to tell you to go kick ass and take names and fight people and shit.
Okay. Fighting it is.
Okay.
Hi, Captain.
Give me just a second here. And triage. Alright. Good there. So Pearl, Taddy, and Silt roll initiative, all three of you.
As I tell Taddy to do what he's got to do too.
Okay.
Just to stay hidden and sneaky.
All right. So Silt, we're gonna let you go first. You've given your commands, which are your action for this round. So if you have any movement or bonus action you want to do, and actually give me just a second here. I got a bunch of tokens to throw on the map still.
Yeah, I guess that's would be relevant. Well, I'm going to put on my Trevor guys.
Okay, you should be able to swap that.
Oh, the list. There he is. Oh my gosh, my ring is so loud. Trevor! And I will wait to see where people are standing on the galleon.
Okay.
But then I will be loading.
Sounds good. I'm just getting all these tokens placed.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of tokens.
There are a good bunch. Where the fuck did that thing? I mean, that should be enough for you to make an informed decision for the moment.
Yes. I'm gonna go, right there. I know it's a little bit more than 30, but I'll just use my,
I'm gonna say it's fine. And you've got darkness around, excuse you, around you. So that'll move with you. Almost done. Promise. Why do I feel like this is adding them as we go?
I didn't know we're going to war. Where's crewman number 36? Jesus. 37? Where's 37?
It is a pretty big boat.
Yeah, jeez.
I guess I would amend what I said to Pearl. Ward, if that is good for you taking some of these people out, if you would rather just stay on this side of the ship there and
Yeah, I was gonna go with doing that since that seems the most safe option at the moment. Just
Fuck
going
bitches,
to
get
it
money. Okay.
in a pirate way.
All right, so that was Silt. Pearl, you're up.
Okay, let's start shooting people. So crewman 10, since I have him in front of me.
Okay.
That shot at the captain, was that my turn?
That was last round.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm at the
finish him.
top of the combat list.
Oh yeah, he should be first for initial.
There's too much going on.
I'm sorry.
And I'm looking for the fucking captain, and I don't know where. Oh, there he is. All right. His ass. Yeah, he's still at the helm. I'm supposed to have 2 of these bitches. Okay, so Taddy, go ahead with your first go.
All right,
Misses.
and I'm gonna keep myself hidden.
Okay. All right, now Pearl, go ahead.
Quick note: I zoomed out to take a survey of the area, and I noticed Gallon's all the way out there in the sea.
Yeah, that's. I put her token down for something. She's at the helm of that ship, of her ship. I just put the token over there for ease. Because their ship is still moving. So, Pearl, go ahead. Misses.
Try again. God damn it.
That misses as well.
Well, just missing.
Anything else for you?
Give me a second.
Okay.
No, that's it.
Okay. That is going to bring us to... I'll do the other ship movements here in just a second. Brad, the Unamid. So I had a note here. Your first round with the ship was supposed to be spent reloading. You weren't supposed to get ballista shots that first round. So we'll just say you don't get them this round.
Okay.
And then go about... And then you'll get 2 rounds. It's every 3rd round you can't shoot. That's how the math works out. So no shot this round, and then they can shoot the next 2 rounds.
Are the other 2 shoots like everybody's still moving, right? Like nobody's stopped sailing forward.
Sort of. They haven't dead stopped. There's a momentum issue.
I would tell the crew to start hoisting the sails and slow us down. I'll put them at, I guess, half to try to catch up to this thing.
Okay.
Still moving, which is why I made my movement.
Okay. It's definitely moving slower, considering its sails are almost gone. But it's still got some momentum.
Well, Gal, stop the boat here. Otherwise, we're going to have to move or we're going to run into Hope.
I'm
figure out what we should do. To be honest with you,
No worries.
I don't know what to do other than to try to get this ship up alongside it. But at this point, we can't do anything with hope right there. So, I guess have them hoist it to half sails. Keep it right there until we get some space. I'm gonna call down whole lightning on a group. I think they gotta be within like 5 feet of each other. So
Okay, so are you giving the orders to the crew, or are you telling Becca to do that?
either one, I don't care. Pick one.
Well, it matters, because if you're giving the orders to the crew, that's your action this round. Except you can call lightning as a bonus action, so never mind, you can do both.
No, I don't.
Is it a,
I think it's
or is it an action? I don't know, it's been a while.
I'll issue the order myself, and that will be it for my turn.
I was about to say, or you can tell me to do that and then still take your
Yeah.
action. And
Just a game of telephone.
This is what we've been playing this whole time, so.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll ask Gal to do it, and then I'll call it down on these three right here, so I can figure out once we.
Okay. So just go ahead and target those three, and then drop your lightning.
I forget how to target.
Left control, left click.
Pretty sure that's right. You said left click, right?
I got you, hold on. There you go. They've...
Only rolled up one.
Just drop it on each one individually. Make it quicker, Brett.
That's fucking stupid. It made you roll. They all failed. Roll damage. Maybe. It applied damage to all three of them. 14 points of damage, and they look a little rough.
That's all I got for now.
Okay. Gallon.
Now, so since we are having them hold the not being able to shoot the mangonels, do they have time to roll up the sails and then go back to work on the mangonels?
So they can accomplish one thing
All right, I'm gonna have
per
them roll.
round. Okay, to half sail. Okay. Okay. And that's...
Sounds like their orders are to get it half mast and then go back. They just can't go back till next turn.
Yeah. That's it for you this round?
Yeah, because I can't shoot. So that'll be my action.
Okay. That'll bring us...
Got damage and we're doing shit with the boat. So good times.
That'll bring us back up to the top. Tatty.
I got a shot on the captain. I'm continuing to take it.
Hits. Hold on one second.
Okay.
Never mind. Go ahead. Okay. Your crossbow shot shoots across the ship, striking him in the chest, and he collapses.
Damn right, bastard. I'm gonna stick with the game plan. Stay up top, stay hidden.
Okay. Now comes the fun part. 7. $30, and then do. This one, 10. 30, crossbow shot for Pearl. Misses.
So close.
Yeah, for some reason it was duplicating all the tokens as I was dropping them. So there's a lot more crewmen on the combat tracker than there are supposed on the actual map. This one swings out wildly at the middle of this dark pit and hits you, Silt. Come on. There we go. For a whopping 2 points, which are absorbed by your temporary hit points. This one is going to scramble over to here, grabs a crossbow, shot at you, Pearl. That one hits. They're gone. This one runs over here. Rips the bolt out of the captain's chest as he casts a spell, and the captain stands back up. Silt, your turn.
Like to get as close up to the helm of the ship as I can with passing in close proximity to as few crewmen as I can. And I am willing to use my cat speed hand dash.
Okay. So let's... Because when you do your feline agility... Okay. So you'll still potentially take attacks of opportunity. But yeah, that'll... Actually... Oh, let me double check that. Because your feline agility doubles your speed until the end of your turn. And the dash action... Just double checking the verbiage because it might actually be 120. Okay, so dash increase equal to your speed, and then your feline agility doubles your speed, so you actually get 120. Which will bring you 15, 20, 35, 40, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95.
As
We'll
I
call it
get
that.
there, I'm gonna drop the darkness spell.
Okay.
too, so Trevor's fucking standing right in front of his broken helm.
I'm going to put 120 with you perched right on top of the, like, what the helm attaches to. So that's
Can I say something to him
absolutely.
as he gets back up with help from his acolyte? I'm gonna look him straight in the eyes and say, "This is my quarry. Back off."
Make an intimidation check.
And he should. I believe I was Trevor when I spoke with him before.
If you weren't, we'll say you were. As he's being helped to his feet by the young human girl that just healed him, he looks at you and goes, "Oh, my deepest apology. Men, stand down. These aren't our enemies. My apologies, sir. The quarry is yours. We shall remain on the outskirts in case you need assistance."
And I'll nod to him and stay perched there on the helm for right now because that's helpful.
All right. The crew, having heard the instructions, do nothing this round. Pearl, what are you up to? Make a perception check first off.
Yeah, did I hear any of that?
I yelled it very, very loudly.
Let's go ahead and just everybody make a perception check right now. Pearl, you definitely heard it.
Okay, so then I'm gonna stand back and not do anything.
Taddy, you didn't hear shit. Odess, you heard it.
Would I have seen it?
Yeah, I would venture that you're watching the ship and you can see his... Well, still make a perception check, because you're a few hundred feet off. So you got to be able to see his lips. Yeah, you heard it. Or you saw his lips move and were able to figure it out. So out of Brad, Gallon, and Pearl, are any of you doing anything this round other than standing down?
Do I notice the men stop?
Hold on, because you're not Brad, Gallon, or Pearl.
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna get to you.
They're stopping. The only thing I want to try to do is loop the boat back around and bring them alongside of that.
Okay. So you'll issue orders for a turn. Okay. Gallon.
Yeah, do same thing.
Alright, so let's get you guys turned. Hard turn at slow speed. Put you about like so. Alright, now Taddy. Make a perception check at disadvantage as you pop up to take your shot. You notice as you pop up to your next target, having seen the captain go down that last round, you already knew where your next target was going to be. You pop up to take the shot, and right as you pull the trigger, you realize that everybody stood down. So who would you have shot this round, not knowing Rondus was up?
I was going to shoot for somebody around him.
Okay.
I mean,
Take-
there was somebody standing right behind him, so most likely to activate.
Okay. Yep, go ahead and take a shot at her. That hits with sneak attack.
Yeah.
Hope for all ones, bud.
No.
Nope. So as the captain has given the orders to stand down, and everybody seemingly does so, a crossbow bolt flies right in front of your face, Silt, and does the like scene out of Blade, where the crossbow bolt hits her and she flies back like 15 feet, just demolished.
That's all I can say. Oh shit. I didn't know we stopped.
Are you saying that out loud?
Yes.
Make a perception check, see if you heard him. Silt.
I mean, I think I would assume that it.
Yeah, you heard. All right, I'm gonna take us out of initiative and into RP. Of course, you guys get your ship turned around and moved over.
I'd point at the acolyte, say my apologies, and then I'd throw my thumb over my shoulder and be like, I really gotta fire that guy.
Yeah, she is. She's dead. A couple minutes drags by, and as so, the Hope has wiggled onward.
Also, be making my way back to.
Yeah, we are RP, so it's whatever you guys want to do at this point.
I'd yell out, "They're getting away!"
I would ask Taddy to, I guess, come down because Pearl and I can't go up there. I'd like to talk to both of them.
You can see some of their crew members are going below deck and coming back up with replacement sails and a makeshift helm. They're doing construction so that they can move the ship.
I'd climb down the ladder and walk over.
I'd ask Taddy to relay the information to, I can't remember who has the earring, Odessa or Gallon.
Gallon.
Gallon. I would ask him to relay the information that they think it's our, we got there first, so it's our bounty. They're gonna stand down and plan on staying in the distance. So I just wanted to buy us some time because this ship is not looking very hot right now.
Okay, so I'm not gonna relay that word for word. I'm just gonna say they still convince them that's our bounty. So they're gonna stand down. We're gonna leave.
Unless they think we need help, then they want to help us.
And they're gonna sit in the distance, be assholes.
So, alright, I will relay that to Odessa.
Can they fix our ship for us since they broke it?
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, I guess I could ask for some lumber and shit.
I'm gonna look at Silt and go, hey, look, if that's supposed to be our bounty, they're getting away. It's gonna look suspicious if we just sit here.
Oh, yeah, I know. But I think everybody that's sailing a ship right now knows that that ship is not very fast. So they may be getting away, but we have a couple of seconds here to decide what to do. But yeah, I think that would be, we should go back over and join up with them and pretend to take their shit and whatever banditry.
I'm gonna just do a fake salute and spyglass if it's still sitting there? Is it sitting there?
It's somewhere. It's somewhere.
Okay. Then I'll take it, and I'm gonna go back up the crow's nest and just keep an eye on the hope, so at least it looks like I'm keeping track on it.
Yell
Okay.
some fake things back down
Yeah.
every now and then.
You guys are far enough away from the Hope now that the storm is starting to pick back up.
Well, I don't like having my boat damaged like this, but I guess let's unrope from the galleon.
Are you able to see the health of your ship?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. I don't know what you guys can see and not see, so.
Yeah, I think I can see that on the
Yeah, it's on the combat tracker.
Okay.
I can only see that ship. I can't see any of the other ships. Actual numbers, just general wounded.
Okay. All right. So you guys turn and sail, and your tokens are gonna get left behind because that's how this works, unfortunately. And you're gonna start heading. Odess, what is the Onamid up to?
Guessing we would follow in suit.
Okay. Too easy.
Passed along, but
It,
if half of our team is leaving, then
yeah, no, it was passed along because they said it was our bounty, so they're gonna fall back. So we might as well fall back too.
Well,
No, you're part of our group, so you should be falling back.
Falling back with you guys to go to our bounty, quote unquote bounty.
Okay.
all right. So you guys set off after the Hope. You keep an eye on the galleon as you do. Eventually, they get new sails up and retreat back pretty much to the horizon line. If they started coming towards you, it would take them a hot minute to get to you. But you get back to the Hope and get everything... Get the ships all rigged up again. And give me just a second. Let me clear all these damn things off of here. There's a way to do this, wasn't there? I think that's going to take away more than I wanted.
Just
Haha, it worked. Beautiful. All right.
Prove the hope what is going on.
They seem undisturbed by it. You would know from growing up, Silt, that shit happens. It's only a matter of time before somebody finds them.
Oh no, I just mean like this is what we're pretending to do.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Am I missing anybody? I don't think so. Yeah, the old guy. Okay. There we go. Bam, if you're talking, you're muted. Okay. So you guys get back to the ship. There's a brief moment of, hey, we have to make it look like we're boarding you. Otherwise, they're going to come back. What are you guys doing from there?
I guess what do? You just like take a ship and take it with you.
I'm actually going to speak up this time. Once we get to the ship and get on the ship, I'm going to say, I got some intel that said you guys. I'm trying to find it in my backpack. I know I have it.
Back.
Right?
Oh my god.
I was gonna say
Where's
Valerian's
my
got
shit?
the swiper swiping shit and still has the backpack.
info that said you guys ordered and received a field generator. Did you get any? Do you have any extra crystals from that?
Mask will step up. That is Silt's father, for remembrance sake. He goes, yeah, we dive down and we get them. We didn't order the device though. It was a gift.
Okay, well, I mean, however you received it, like I said, the info I got said you got one, and
No.
but I noticed there seemed to be some storms blowing around you. I was wondering if it has something to do with those crystals, and if you had any extra. 'Cause we haven't got to it. They haven't got to it yet, but I know we're on the hunt for some of those things.
Oh yeah, we keep some in stock. We've got a few in storage. How many do you need?
Well, I'm gonna leave that up to Silt. I just wanted the information on the table. I'm not the captain here.
Oh yeah, we've got them. Yeah, no, that was B. He left with Locke a few years ago and showed up for all of 5 minutes to drop it off and told us what to do with it and what it would do for us, and then left again.
Well, boss lady.
B, the guy at the Scavengers Guild?
No, your brother B.
Oh, okay.
If you pull up your family sheet.
All right, well, boss lady, it's on the table. You deal with it. Gotta head back to the ship now.
Alright, thanks, Daddy.
Back to your cubby.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
looking at Odess, how many do we need?
Hold on.
Which job was this? 5?
5. Don't know that 5. Oh, 2. We need 2.
2. Yep.
You actually put on the order in my bag, like for job 5.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
All right. I will put 2. Are you guys putting them in the ship inventory? Oh yeah, you have to. So, he comes up. They come out with a small barrel. You can hear water sloshing in it. And he opens up the lid and shows you inside, and you can see the crystals at the bottom of it. They have some sparkling energy to them, like lightning. He goes, and he puts the lid back on and hands it to you, Odessa, and goes, just make sure they stay in the water. They don't like being out of the water. And I put the crystals on the ship inventory, so they are there.
Jacob, did I ask you if my family knows about Green Tempest?
I think you brought that up 2 weeks ago, and we never came to a resolution on that.
Okay.
Because you said you would leave it up to her.
I did. Yep. As soon as you said it, I remembered that I would leave that up to you and what your character would decide.
Okay, then they wouldn't know.
Okay.
Gal would have been kind of listening to the whole ship, but she would have had her spyglass watching the other boats to make sure they actually went away.
Okay. They are maintaining their distance, but remaining within eyesight. Stitch is going to step up to you, Silt, and place a hand on your shoulder and say, "So, what now, little one?"
Well, those guys are not, they're not gone. We just called them off for right now because, as you can see,
Well, you can't exactly let us go. They'll think something's up. But did you have a plan for what our next step is here?
Yeah, we were gonna sink the ship, but plans changed,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, that hearing that, I would be like, yep, that did not work as planned.
Um, I mean, as a person, me as a player, like I don't fucking know. I got nothing right now because I'm not very good at coming up with. I could roll for a good idea, and then somebody could just have a good idea and pretend it was me.
If nobody has any ideas, then I'll let you do that.
I mean, the only options that we have right now, currently, are we let the ship go and we have to go fight all of them, or we take your family as prisoners.
I mean,
I don't know.
We,
I
we
mean-
should be able to take their leader out. They don't have a healer no more.
I don't know what mages can do. Can they heal?
You would know that mages are typically like wizards or sorcerers.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if they're a wizard, they might have a healing spell in their book. If they're sorcerers, it's highly unlikely. I mean, there are some healing sorcerers, but
They are very, very rare.
yeah, you don't see them a whole lot.
Well, I mean, we could just stop and make him think something's wrong to lure him in and take out Rondus again and
Above
mages over
table,
there too.
I'm just going to do this above table because I'm not actually there for the conversation. So if the
Uh-huh.
DM is okay with my inputs being above table, um, they could just tag along with us for now.
Yeah.
What did
And if
the
any-
bounty say? Did it say we had to kill them?
Dead or
Take
alive.
them in?
Yeah.
Oh, then let's just like jerry rig all of our boats together so it looks like we're taking them captive, or at least tie them between the two of us, and then sail away from here until we're out of line of sight.
Is that what you would do with a captive boat? Is actually physically tie it together, or would you just like sail it?
I think honestly, it's really whatever you decide in real world.
Real world, if you're gonna keep the ship, you would tow it or put part of your crew on it to sail it. If you're only after the people or the supplies on the ship and don't care about the ship, you would either leave it or set it on fire. You'd scuttle it.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying just make it look like we kept them captive. Take the
Yeah.
boat because
Yeah, I
we
don't know
want
why
them.
we wouldn't take the boat even if we're quote selling it.
Well,
Because if we
Yeah.
overtake the crew, then there's no reason we wouldn't keep the boat intact.
Just leave Pearl over there.
Just,
Oh,
you know,
God.
why not?
I mean, yeah, I can't really come up with any other ideas at the moment other than the fact that either we're gonna have to fight them or we're gonna have to do something completely different.
Yeah, I don't mind fighting them. I just don't want my boat to sink. 'Cause
If we take the boat with us, like we got one more job we're scheduled to do while we're out here.
and it's on the way
If,
back.
right. So if that boat comes with us, it looks like we have them captive. It looks like we want to keep their boat. So if asshole looks in the distance, he'll see we have the boat. It's ours. We have it. So he can fuck off. Go back home. Appearances, we have the boat. That's the important part here. Is it looks like we own it.
Yeah,
Right.
but
We
that
took it.
we're basing that assumption on he's gonna fuck off and go home if he thinks we have the boat. What if he
What's he gonna
follows
do?
us?
Take us on again?
What if he follows us all the way back?
Yeah, he might because I mean,
Once
We-
again.
going back to
Then he can stop and ask us what we're doing, and we can show him the paperwork. Look, we're on a job. We're hitting two birds with one stone. Not only did we come out and get these guys, but we're going to swing by and get this job done too. So, get the fuck out of here. Leave us alone.
Yeah, it still just doesn't stop him from following us all the way back to Haven.
which
You're absolutely right. But even if we scuttle the boat, that nothing's going to stop him from doing that either.
If it influences your guys' decisions in any way, you have 41 days, well, 40 and a half days to be back in Haven, 15 of which will be sailing, assuming you can navigate perfectly.
Yeah. So I'm just saying.
So that leaves you with 25-day margin for the one job you want to do on the way back and figuring out something to do with your family.
yeah, I think it's an
I
okay
mean-
place to start right now at least. I mean,
If we start moving with the boat, we can make a decision later down the road.
Right.
If they continue following us, then we'll figure it out then. If they don't follow us, we can let them go or whatever it is we decide to do. But either way, keeps us moving.
Better than
And they're-
nothing.
And they're safe because they're with us.
yeah, for now, unless we have to
For-
pretend all the way back to Haven, all the way up to the fucking Grand Marshals.
Yeah, it's better than nothing.
Yep.
I would think logistically, if the man, I mean, did he come back to full health when he got healed? Do we know if
No,
that happened?
he was.
He was still rough.
He was still pretty fucked up.
If he's smart, which he doesn't seem like he's dumb, and he doesn't have a mage on board, he would literally turn tail and go find another job. And go find a healer. Realistically. On top of a damaged boat.
I mean, it's D&D. He's going to go to sleep. He'll wake up in the morning. He'll be fine.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just speaking as my character, like, smart thing to do would be to turn tail and run.
I mean, we don't have much of an option, so I mean, it's a better place to start at the moment.
Yeah. Who knows what the future will bring?
If only I had a crystal ball.
I mean, we now have two ships. Why not have a third ship in there? Add a barge to the list. That way we can store all of our shit. Whatever.
See,
you know?
like if the fleet gets big enough, nobody can take us down,
I mean,
and we
you know.
just we have our own floating city.
I mean, I'm all for that, but you got a snail's pace ship over here. One ship about took one of our ships out already.
That is a good thing to keep in mind too. If you bring the Hope with you or tow it, it is going to slow you guys down.
Yeah. Do you have logistics on? What
You're going to drop on the world map. You're going to drop from 1 grid a day to a half a grid a day.
So it'll take twice as long.
It's gonna double your sail time. It'll take you a full 30 days of perfect sailing to get back to Haven.
So that leaves us to what was it, 10 or 15? 11. You say 41 days left?
You're at 40 and a half.
Well, we don't necessarily have to take them with us all the way back to Haven.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, we get to the next job, we do the next job, and then as much as Otis won't like it, he can get on the rock in a hard place, and then his ship can stay with the barge, and then the rock in the hard place can get back to Haven, so he can check in, we can turn the jobs in, and then we can float back out, ship sail back out, and meet up with them to go for the other jobs.
Pearl,
Yeah.
Pearl, make a history check at advantage.
Okay.
I mean, that's if we decide to keep the barge. If we don't, we can just let them sail away.
And well, and frankly, I mean, for proof that, I mean, maybe we can get rid of this bounty forever if we give them proof that the ship is quote unquote sunk.
Yeah.
So
well,
really, we would just
we
need
could
a trophy.
we could stage a kerfuffle, you know, and do that and be like, well, job's done. They thought they were gonna come peacefully, but they didn't. So oh well. But we have 30 days to think about that too.
Still, who's the bounty on your family?
The family.
The whole
The whole family?
Just
Yeah.
the whole family, or
Yeah.
so?
I don't think there was specific names listed.
Because in theory, if we had a specific, we could, in theory, bring that person back with us without actually having to bring them back with us.
I mean, so they would know who Stitch and Mask at least were because they were faces.
And your uncle, Vale. They know your mom, dad, grandpa, and uncle. Everyone else was either a youngling or not born yet at the time.
And while there's no specific names listed, like the people that put the bounty out would presumably recognize those people.
I mean,
But I see where you're going with this.
From what I remember back in the day when we had a situation like this, honestly, we want to send the right message or a message. It would be to just light it up on fire. We bring everybody aboard here with us, and then just light it up on fire. And then we figured out what we do with the rest of the crew, but it's to kind of send a message to the captain.
so you want to burn the barge and take all of these people on the boat with us?
Yeah, it's to send a message.
It would give us better crewing. Also, we could strip the boat.
Yeah. The wood off the barge would be salvageable enough, I'm sure, to patch up ours.
Yeah.
Beds,
Just
And sails.
yeah.
a paint palette would used into that.
That's your grandpa. You remember that from your childhood.
I mean, which boat are we gonna keep them on?
I
Yours?
don't know that it.
You got the bigger one.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't care if they stay here or not. Ultimately, we got to figure out which boat we're gonna send off later, but that's a later problem.
well, we don't need to. Oh, like later.
Yeah, that's a later problem.
Yeah, well, there's still. I mean, they can probably be. You know, they can probably go out with the other boat later to go find themselves a new boat, or again, they're welcome in the city. Not Haven. Was that private? I don't remember if I shared that with you guys or that was a private conversation with.
I think you did share it with everyone.
Okay.
We'll share what with us?
Not the-
fucking city.
Yeah, not the details of the conversation, but that you had arranged for your family to be welcome there.
Yes. Okay.
Oh,
There too.
oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a lot of sailing. I don't think we can get them to.
No. Yeah, not now.
There,
Like
now.
they just gotta be patient and stick with us. But like once we get back to Haven and we send out our crew to go do jobs for us or whatever, they could go with them.
Yeah, and in theory, we don't ever have to dock the big boat.
Right.
You can always stay off and just say, you know, we're using.
Well,
I mean, we could quote employ my family on the big boat.
Hey,
even if we do,
so-
they could stay down below.
Katie, roll a d.
3 on your ship.
Roll a d20, Katie.
Oh, well, what did I say?
Nothing.
Okay.
Okay.
You go batshit crazy again.
No, your
Balance, my friend.
your grandpa does step up though, and you know, I hear you guys are on a timeline. I don't know what's up with that, but what if we just took one of your ships with some of your crew? They drop us off wherever and then go meet up with you.
I mean, that sounds smart, Grandpa.
Yeah, I mean, I know the Rock doesn't have any siege, but if we're talking about scuttling the Hope, we've got 2 ballistas. We can just transfer them over along with all of our supplies, so we won't be putting anybody out.
Yeah, it's an idea, but I mean,
Add some beds.
gonna have to run that by the crew because technically, we were supposed to pay them once they get back to Haven. So I don't know if they would be willing to go off and do a job for us without being paid.
He will pull out a small coin purse. Well, not small, but small-ish, and go, how about we just offer him a bonus for the extra trip?
It's a conversation we can definitely have with them.
He'll toss you the bag and go, all right, your crew, your conversation. There's 80 gold
The Odess or me?
to Odes, because Odes is the one saying he needs to talk to the crew. There's 80 gold in that bag, Odes, that you now have. The wing sleighs are going to start moving in and out of their rooms, packing their stuff, knowing full well that they're leaving one way or another. Not really knowing what's going on, they're just kind of like getting things ready just in case.
They're an adaptable people.
All right. Well, I'm going to bring. No, that wasn't Patty's idea. That was the old man's idea. So let me clarify above table. The idea is that we go off to go do our last job.
You guys take one ship. Whoever you want of the crew you've hired to send with Silt's family, take another ship, and you burn the Hope. That's what I'm understanding here.
And taking enough supplies to repair our own boats and anything that's like
Yeah, and you guys will scavenge and then scuttle the ship. So you'll get the 2 ballistas out of it, a bunch of replacement sails, a bunch of materials, food, water, a bunch more energy crystals, the anti-magic field. You'll get all of that.
Daddy's gonna take a nap.
I forgot Daddy wasn't even here right now.
Well, let me go talk to the crew then, I guess. I forget who the big one was.
Well, I'm gonna go with you because they know me as the, captain of
The captain.
the captain.
The admiral. With the hat. I'm just referencing Pirates of the Caribbean. That's all. I'll make the conversation real short. They're all for it, as long as they get paid.
I'll give them the 80 gold up front and tell them they can get the rest that we owe them as soon as we get back to Haven.
They say, all right, which ship are we taking? And who's going to be the captain while we're going?
Well, you're going to take the big ship, so we're going to have to move all of our shit back over to the other ship. You want Tilla to be the captain?
Yep. He has the most experience.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, above table, I'm surprised you didn't pick one of your family members, but yeah, we'll Till,
Well, they're getting dropped off somewhere, so
Till is fine. If Till is the one that has the most experience, then we'll ask Tilla to captain that ship.
Okay. So you guys are going to stick with the rock and a hard place. The Unamid is going to be your hired crew and Silt's family. They are going to take them to the air nomads while you guys go do job 6, and then you guys will meet back up in Haven. That's the plan?
Sounds about right.
Beautiful. I need...
sorry.
Who got the proficiency with carpentry? Somebody did.
It was Kit and Odessa.
That was smithing.
Blacksmithing.
Oh, sorry. That's right.
It might no. You know what? The carpentry might have been me.
Uh,
I think you were the one that was doing all of it.
Yeah, I was.
I have
you...
an mending spell. I don't know if you ever put it on there, but
You do not. It wasn't you.
Really?
hold on. Let me check my notes because I'm pretty sure I'm the one who got it. I don't know if we ever put it on there because we had that thing where Caddy and I were trying.
Oh, no. Nobody got proficiency with it. You guys were just doing it.
Does any of the other wing slays have proficiency? Put them?
Some. But they're moving their stuff while you guys are scavenging the ship. So, just everybody go ahead and make strength checks for me. Taddy, it's up to you if you're going to wake up. Well, Mike walked away anyways. So go ahead and make strength checks. We need Mike back. I'll call the tiebreaker good. So you guys will get the ship fully repaired. Both of them. And everything will get moved right as the sun goes down. And it's like everything's ready to go as the sun goes down. And it would be about the time you guys are heading to bed.
So we can make a big show of it, burning it at night.
If you choose.
If we wanted them to see it, that would be the best time to do it.
Has Galen and Taddy been keeping an eye on the other?
It hasn't gotten any closer. It's still there.
They're still there. Okay.
Yeah.
So they will be able to see it.
Yep.
Gosh, they're just so nosy.
I know.
I need to know what you guys are doing with all the stuff off of the Hope. Obviously, the ballistas are going on your guys' ship.
How many sails do they have?
They have the 3 from the ship and an additional 2 in storage.
So I think that obviously Unamid should be fully outfitted with sails.
I believe they had.
It already was. Yep. You guys got the 2 replacements already. They have 2 additional plus the 3 they're using. So there's 5 more to distribute.
Then I think that Unamid should take 3 and we should take 2 because we only have 1 sail. And they have 2 potentially to have to be replaced.
Okay. All right. After they move the food and water that they are going to require for the voyage, there's 2 barrels of fish, 1 crate of vegetables, and a barrel of water left over.
I'm requesting vegetables.
Okay.
We already have last I checked, we had a ton of food on.
Yeah, we've got like 1,000,000 pounds of shark or whatever. Shark jerky.
turkey.
Crickets.
And-
Lots of
And
crickets.
cricket.
Cricket.
And you guys can make water, so I'm just gonna put that on the Unamid.
So above table, we should have figured out which ship moves fastest. To be honest.
It'd be the big one if it had full sails.
With full sails, the Unamid can move 5 feet faster per round. So it just moves a hair faster per day. Like a tenth of a grid square per day. I'll put the fishing supplies on the Unamid, because you guys already have some on the Rock and a Hard Place. What do you want to do with the sewing supplies? Or no, that's personal, so that stays with them. Okay, that's pretty much everything.
Do we have like the ballista bolts and
Yep, I got all that on there.
can we
So-
while we're moving stuff around, can we take the rock that's still in the rock in a hard place? Can we take that out and give it to Unamid?
Oh, yeah. I was like, what rock are you talking about? I got you. You guys on the Rock and a Hard Place will get 20 ballista bolts. The Unamid will be able to refill up to 30 ballista bolts, given what you guys have lodged in the side of your ships, and some left over from the Hope. And I don't have the rock. Oh, there they are. It'll be at 12 mangonel rocks currently.
Did the Hope happen to have any like arrows?
Any-
Crossbow bolts?
They have their own personal ones. They don't have a big supply of them though. Last but not least is the anti-magic field and crystal supply for it. What do you guys want to do with that?
Yeah, I'll take it.
So they show it to you, and it's a sizable device. It's probably the size of Taddy.
Oh shit.
It's very much meant to be put somewhere on a ship and fed crystals and not touched or moved. Otherwise,
Do they explain exactly what this thing does?
they would explain. Well, are you asking, or are you just hoping that they told you?
Well, ask both.
They would.
If they didn't tell me, then yes, I would ask them.
They would explain that it is very useful for traveling to the Outer Rim. It interferes with the storms and calms them. So it's not anti-magic in terms of you can't cast spells while you're within the range of it. It stops storms from happening within 100 feet.
Is it theirs? Like they procured this somehow?
It was given to them by your brother a few months past prior.
That was made on the floating city.
That's the order that Taddy found when he was snooping while you were yelling at him.
So is it better not to get it close to the floating city?
They don't know. All they know is that it stops the storms. They're still able to cast spells.
I mean, like,
And your grandpa will do a little minor illusion in his hand. He's like, "See, magic works." It just
I just mean like socially. I'm not understanding what the ramifications of these orders and everything. Like, is everything above board? The brother brought it from the floating city, and it's all been like,
as far as you'd have to ask the little one. He's the one who knows about the order and where it was made. Your brother just showed up and dropped it off and then left again and didn't even say anything to us.
wait, who's the little one? I'm so
Taddy's the little one.
Oh, right.
So wait, if they don't feed it a crystal, then it doesn't work.
Yeah, just stops working.
Well, maybe why don't we take it with us right now? And then we can get it back to them if they get another ship and go, about their merchant business. I don't think they're gonna
Fine with
need it.
us.
That's what I mean, I'm not gonna just take shit from my family and be like, oh sorry guys.
If they don't want it, you can ask them and we can keep it.
Some tells me they want it.
You never know. I'm just saying.
Your dad'll step in and be the voice of reason and be like, look, we're going to live with the air nomads. Okay? I think we'll be okay with rough seas beneath us. You guys are still sailing. You take it. Hopefully it'll smooth your trip a bit.
Yeah, so we'll take in case you don't stay with the air nomads though, is what I'm saying, Dad.
You know where to find us, and I don't think we're going to go anywhere until you come see us again, so...
I'm gonna look at Mom. I wanna see her face, what she has to think about that.
She's rolling her eyes and sharpening her rapier.
I'm just gonna nod a little bit at her and say, okay, Dad.
Is it a rapier? No, longsword. Sorry. I forgot what she had. All right, so I put that on there. They'll give you the storage of 30 crystals that they have in stock. They'll tell you you open this hatch on the front and put a crystal in and close it. You can tell when it needs one when the previous crystal stops doing its little crackly, sparkly thing.
Have you ever tried to take one out after putting it in?
Well, yeah, we have to take the dead ones out.
No, not the dead one.
Oh, no.
Have you ever put one in that was live and then go, hey, we need to take it out?
No, we have enough of an understanding of arcane things to know not to fuck with them. So, if you try, though, let us know how it works. All right. Well, it is evening time. Does anybody have any other points of business, or are we ready to set this bitch on fire and head on our merry way?
Let's light it up.
Yeah, let's light it up, but I got something I want to try afterwards.
I think I have a little bit of rum in my bottle left, and I'll pour a little bit out for everybody.
Pour a little out for your homies.
I mean, not in vesicles, so that everybody can have a little drink.
All right. Well, everybody gets moved aboard one of the two ships. It is scavenge. Oh, you guys will restock some lumber supply as well. I forgot to put that on there. Where's your lumber? We'll give you 20 pieces. It's a big ship. The Unamite will get 30 pieces of spare lumber for future use. So you guys board your ships, and how are you setting it on fire?
Dramatically.
Throwing torches and pushing it off.
I feel like we should pour some oil in a vulnerable spot on the ship, and then move the ships back and shoot it with a flaming arrow.
Watch Taddy try to light flaming bolts for 5 rounds.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, too easy. So you guys separate from the Hope after spreading some oil over the deck, and wait until it's, a good 50, 60 yards off, and then watch. And Taddy, go ahead and make a survival check.
Okay.
Hopefully Stitch plays some taps as she goes down.
Oh, he definitely does. And in the calmness outside of battle, Taddy redeems himself and is able to spark a little lantern right away. Everybody with ranged weaponry lights up an arrow, and as taps plays, launch them. Within a few moments, the ship is burning. A few more moments, it's engulfed, slowly drifting further and further away from you.
Speaking of, they happen to have a hooded lantern laying around that ship?
They did not.
Damn it.
But you watch as the ship burns. It is too dark now to tell if the other ships are still on the horizon. But you know that if they are, they can definitely see this ship on fire. What are you doing next?
Sailing, bitches. Woo!
Your guys' ships are still attached to each other. You're like
I'm pretty
coast
sure
sailing.
that I was supposed to have conversation, right, with Wing.
Beats me.
But she said that she wanted to. Maybe
I think
email it.
I think there was nothing relevant. I think there was mention of we'll catch up
Oh, okay.
afterwards type thing, which in this time could definitely happen.
Okay, then for brevity's sake, I would just, I'd go over what seems to be, I say seems because they seem to change quite often, but what future plans are for us, for my
Okay.
crew, and hired hands, and just so they know. And I tell them that I'm still working on the original job that they sent me out to do, but they proved to be a little bit harder to, take care of.
Well, we definitely warned you it wouldn't be easy, but you're still alive, and that says something about you. Nothing has really changed in their life. It's as you remember it. They had to rebuild the ship about 7 months ago, which is why the Hope looked different than you remember.
We just rebuilt this shit and we burned it down.
You know what? It's a rough life. I gotta say, I suppose.
Hearing you say that, they'd look at you and go, "It's just a ship. At least we have each other."
I know
True
that.
that.
Don't be so. Don't let these people know I'm a human. Or
A human.
oh, I guess I would change back for Trevor now. Please know me for that.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to do? Are you staying together for the night? Are you gonna send them on their way? Like, what's the plan here?
Say send them on their way and get them gone.
Yeah.
Keep going forward. I mean, not my family though. So Silt, if you wanna have some more family time.
I mean, it makes sense that you would say that though, because River has been clawing up your leg the entire time. Gallon.
No, that doesn't actually even really bother Gal. She's just gonna be like going for it, like whatever.
We got jobs to do.
Shit to do.
That's right. Ain't no time for sentimental time wasting.
All right.
I will give a big hug to River though, and send her on her way. Just say like, look forward to seeing you in the future.
I will also hug each of my family members in turn. Even River.
Fond farewells and safe travels. See you again laters. You watch as the Anamed turns northward and begins sailing under the cover of night and quickly disappears into the darkness.
Wait, I have, did anybody want to rename the ship when it got sent off?
Oh, I had a whole list of names. Hold on.
I guess that can always be retconned too.
Yeah, we'll retcon that some other time.
Did you remember to leave them some kind of paperwork that says that ship's our ship?
Nope.
Stop.
Yes, we sure did remember to do that.
Okay. I'll let you retcon that.
I presume between all of the heads that have expertise with boats and stuff, we'd be able to do it correctly.
Well, it seems that law enforcement seems to be pretty big on paperwork. So, and make sure the family stays below deck if they get stopped. Or at least the ones that are recognizable.
Okay.
Is it a full moon tonight?
Not quite. No, another day or two by your best guess. Okay. Well, you find yourselves back on the Rock and a Hard Place. Ready to go. Pearl, I need a nav check for you to set your heading towards job 6.
Oh, this feels so much less complicated already.
Oh, Pamela. Nav check, please. Navigation.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And Otis, you wonder why I didn't want my own ship.
Oh, so close.
I was about to say, in order to get full profession in navigating, I have to do another 3 days with Pearl, right?
Of studying, yes.
All right, can I do that now?
Sure. I'll let you.
D20 for navigation.
Navigation is wisdom check. And
Is it plus?
so what I'll do while you're learning and working with her is I will take the average of your 2 rolls plus Silt's guidance. So you rolled an 11, she rolled a 9, so we'll call that a 10 plus the 4.
Does Galen get half proficiency for it? The one
I don't remember if I said she did or not.
You did give me. Well, I don't know if you.
I didn't put it on there, but okay. So we will add half proficiency. Okay, so you've got it on your skills tab now. So it actually be a +3 for a 12. Ties go to or rounds go to the player, so that'll be an 11 plus 4 for a 15 on that. Okay.
And then
Any-
as we're doing this, Gal's gonna ask Pearl what languages she knows.
Pam, you're being spoken to.
You can answer me later. It's no big deal.
Nope, she's back.
If we want to keep going.
I'm back. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I was just asking Pearl what languages she speaks and is willing to teach Gal.
I can teach you Cardinal.
already know it.
Ah, damn it. Then I'm not that proficient with languages. I'm sorry. Ship life
Okay.
is not very intellectual.
That's okay.
Anybody else up to anything over the evening?
Can I fish?
It is nighttime, pitch black, and you just fought all day. But yeah, if you want to fish, you can.
Still up to
Get
5 foot.
distracted a little bit. It relaxes me. It's been a long day.
Okay, go ahead and make your survival check, Pam. And what did you say, Taddy?
I said I'm still up to 5 foot.
Up to 5 foot. What?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what you are talking about, Mike.
My height.
Okay.
Up to? You asked it. Up to.
Yeah. Fish aren't biting tonight. Okay. Anybody else up to anything tonight?
Distressed.
Yeah.
Is still available for a conversation.
I'm just at the helm. I mean, there's not a lot of active helming going on, so yes.
There's not
I'm
going on.
actually going to, since I pretty much won't carry all my shit with me anyways, transfer my sleeping spot to the crow's nest.
Okay.
I don't know why, but
You won't be able to get a hammock up there, but you can like lay down a bedroll so you have some padding, and yeah. I'll update this map with the ballistas and the cots and whatnot. Yeah, I just don't have it updated because I didn't know what you guys were gonna do. So I'll get it updated by next week though, with the hammocks and whatnot. But okay, so you'll be up in the crow's nest then, Taddy.
oh yeah.
All right. Now that somebody else is up there regularly, Chestrock will spend a lot of time with you.
Yeah.
Just FYI. And Brad, you wanted to have a conversation with Katie, so go for it.
Yeah. So Otis is going to approach Phil.
You will notice that I'm humming a little bit.
Is it a tune that I recognize by chance?
Nope.
I don't know what that dice was for.
Don't worry about it.
It's you. I'm always worried about it.
As you should be, but don't worry about it.
Anyway, we'll have a conversation with Silt and just let Silt know that obviously her little friend and I had a conversation recently together, and that when it comes time for the next full moon, Otis is going to need to take quite a bit of time to do something.
My little friend is. Who?
He would like nod to your waist.
Oh, yes. Okay, sorry. No, that was just above the table. I probably would have picked up on that, but. Okay, so run that by me again, and the next full moon.
So on the next full moon, Otis is giving you a heads up that he has something that he needs to do. After speaking with above table, after speaking with Grand Tempest, there's something he needs to do on the next full moon. He's just giving you a heads up.
Okay, I would
He needs to do that.
nod and let him know. Thanks for the heads up.
He would also explain that during that time, he would basically be out of commission for like 12 hours, basically, above table. So, just giving you a heads up.
Yeah, that's like on the map here. We shouldn't be at our next job yet. The full moon, so.
So the full moon is like 2 or 3 days from now, which is about halfway to job 6.
Then I'll say Odess if we need to adjust our speed to give you time, then we can do that. We'll do that.
Okay. I can let you know more once I know more.
Yeah. Welcome to my world of being confused all the time about things.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna go put my Jack Shack up now and go to sleep. It's nighttime. Unless you guys need me for anything.
Did you get the sheets back from the sale?
I did say that we were gonna have to pack all our shit up and move it over to the other.
Okay. Oh, you had made yourself a place. I figured.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So he got a little bit of an upgrade, and now he just got downgraded again.
Started at the top, now we're here.
Yeah, pretty much.
We have cots and stuff now, at least.
Sure. But yeah. He's gonna go set up his Jack Shack and say his prayers and go to sleep. Unless you guys need him for something.
We'll wake you for your watch.
Okay.
Sorry, just finishing up a note there. Okay, anybody else got anything before Mimi's? Roll your D100, Brad.
I got that.
Okay. All right. Everybody gets a full night's uninterrupted rest. Double check your action tabs. Make sure your spell slots cleared and all your abilities cleared with the new update. We just got to keep an eye on it. All right. And I need morning rolls from 3 of you. So a con save from Becca. Like 3 things from Katie. And Pearl, you need to add a blood hunger.
I'm just saying, above table, isn't that a great example that Silt and Otis are working together now somewhat?
Galen, were
I
you
was
watching?
sleeping. I was sleeping and didn't see it.
Girl, you pushing your luck, homie.
I'm gonna drink from a little vial thingy.
Above
Okay.
table, I'm just playing the game.
And
Don't want me to see it. Start coordinating me being in the room.
That would just be.
Galen, I did forget you get advantage on that roll from when they started cooperating like 3 days ago.
Okay, I'll just. Do you want me to just roll it twice?
Just roll it once more regularly. And then Pearl, I need a navigation check from you. That you're good to go for the day, Galen.
Oh wait, is she rolling navigation?
She is, so I need one from you as well, and Silt's guidance for that.
I did guidance. It was
I thought that was your thirst meter.
No, I will roll that. I hadn't been rolling that because it's.
Hasn't really mattered.
There.
No.
Use whichever.
Well, we'll take the 3. Okay. So on the world map, you guys have been updated. Heading towards job 6, you are heading in the right direction. One thing we did not discuss, so I'll put the details out for job 6 again.
We gotta get diving.
On the job notes, So the job is to bring back a bunch of machinery and stuff. There were notes there that there are pirate tribes that control those waters, and the last crew she sent had to stop like a day or two away, dive and walk in or swim in underwater for an extended period of time. So, you guys don't have to do that, but you haven't really discussed how you're going to approach this job. That might be a good thing to talk about before you get there. In the meantime, Odess, I need you to roll me a d20. Okay. And of course, Silt did her inspiring leader speech that morning. So you all got some hit points.
I also did the morale thing.
Yep, I'm keeping track of it. But I remember saying it'd leave a bigger I mean, the crew isn't with you guys right now, so I'm just going to kind of not keep track of morale to get them back.
Do you want me to stop rolling those?
Rolling which ones?
The morale.
So you don't have to make the performance check. And the temporary hit points you only have to do if you guys took damage the day before. Well, if it removes them. So. All right.
If you're planning on talking to us in the morning like you have been since day one, just keep doing it.
Yep. As long as I'm not crazy.
All right. Yeah. Anything you guys want to do today? Okay.
I want to ask Taddy what languages he speaks, if he's willing.
Undercommon.
Can you teach me?
I don't know if I can. I should try.
DM, should I wait until the 2 days are up and then go learn from him? So I'm not learning two things at the same time.
That is entirely up to you, as long as Mike doesn't type out the entire alphabet in Undercommon in the chat box. Because I will take the language away from him if he does.
I honestly don't know how to teach a language in D&D, but
The same way that people are learning skills, just spending time. So basically, the time she would have to spend to learn it, your character would have to be willing to spend teaching it.
You don't.
It's
Okay.
all it is.
no, I ain't got nothing better to do. I don't care.
Cool.
Come
I'm gonna learn
hang out
Undercommon
with me
Taddy.
and come up here to the Crow's Nest with me and Chest Rock.
What was that for, Silt?
Just to see if I heard their conversation.
Nosy body.
Yeah. I don't think they were trying to hide it. So yeah.
I presume that they were like up in the crow's nest and not standing outside the window.
Yeah, no, she can know that. I don't care. Galen got no secrets.
Okay. So Galen and Taddy will spend the day going over Undercommon and trying to get Galen capable of speaking it. Anybody else got anything for the day?
Keep my eye open for stuff in this boring open sea.
Okay. Make a perception check with advantage because the spyglass.
Boring in there.
It is calm seas. Nothing of note. The ships are no longer visible. You don't know where they went. Gallon, make an insight check. We're gonna have you roll insight checks to see how well you pick up on Taddy's lessons every day. It's rough going. Ye old land folk talk funny. Okay. Well, if nobody's got anything else for the day, we come up to evening time. Go ahead and do your nav checks.
There we go.
Pearl.
I was muted.
I can hear you fucking around in the kitchen, so.
Yeah, I'm going back my sword.
All right. I'm not even gonna do the average. That's a pretty high score. 22, I think. 21, whatever. But that's puts us into evening time. Does anybody have anything for tonight?
Just my prayers.
Maybe we should talk about the next job.
We should meet and talk about it. Yeah, we should discuss it.
Let's put that back in everybody here.
Can we meet like while we have dinner or something and just discuss it?
I'm not sure if it's still dinner time now.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Still cricket time?
Cricket and vegetables now.
We'll have a nice Sunday family dinner.
I don't think it's
Are you looking at Cal?
I'm looking at everybody.
I'm taking 2 steps back.
Above table, Pam, if only you knew how funny that is to me right now.
Oh boy.
Oh my sweet lord.
I'll tell you guys about it afterwards.
When Pearl says that, I'm gonna say, Pearl, how's it going with your supply of blood?
Oh, I'm gonna need a little refill. Yeah, but that will be dessert hours. After dinner, I'm gonna need to fill my little vials again. I ran out of them.
You've got one left right now, Pearl.
Yeah, well, that's nothing. That'll be gone by tomorrow morning.
True. Your choice.
Yeah.
Okay. So some of you wanted to have a conversation about the next job.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
What's the plan?
I'll put the world map up for anybody who doesn't have it. You are the green dot on the left-hand side, up above the N, the compass, and you're heading towards 6, which is the job location.
Are we gonna try to walk in to avoid the pirates underwater? Because that sounds terrible. But also better than fighting pirates, I guess.
I mean, shit, every time we come across a pirate, we add him to the crew, so... Why should we... That was a joke. People,
Oh, it's nothing.
Oh. Come on.
You're the ones who said you wanted to discuss options, so I'm just
Yeah.
floor is yours. Fucking go for it.
I mean,
Job
I
number
asked.
6.
Yes.
Which is it? What is it again? Sorry, it's up here, right?
yeah, it's up.
Okay, sorry. I'll read it. I didn't see it.
Is it still there or did it clear?
Yeah, no, it's there. It's there.
So,
Pirate amongst us? Above table, I don't know if we know that or not. So we know.
I think
I'm gonna have said that.
I can't remember if she did tell us or not.
I'm pretty sure she did.
Yeah,
She
I think
she
she did.
That's what that thing on the center of the deck is. Hoist, right? For lifting up the
Mhm.
machinery.
Yep.
So we gotta have the ship wherever the ruins are, so we can get the damn machine up. So, I mean,
I guess that's why nobody else has gotten it. They all tried to walk in.
So those of you that have been underwater would know that you can move things underwater, but if they're a certain weight, it just makes it damn near impossible to come up to the surface with them.
Oh, so you could walk it back to the boat
Yeah,
to hoist it.
potentially.
Potentially.
I mean, the pub table resembles a jukebox. So, I mean, according to the note in the job,
Hmm.
I'm kind of thinking if it's heavy enough to sit at the bottom of the ocean and it's the size of a jukebox, I get what you're saying that we should be able to move it somewhat easier underwater, but I mean, I've tried moving boulders underwater before because I did some work out at the lake. Um, that's not that easy. But I mean,
How much overlap between real life and D&D world is there between
yeah,
moving shit underwater? I guess
right,
that's the question.
yeah,
Physics is pretty similar, but you guys have a number of spells and methods at your disposal, potentially at your disposal, that may be able to assist. It also depends on your ingenuity.
I mean,
There's nothing saying you can't make a cart, take it down with you, and cart it back. You know.
I mean, just like when I was just trying to get that harpoon slash grappling hook out of the back of our ship.
Mm-hmm.
I have the ability. I can shrink it.
Is it permanent, or can it be reversed?
No, it's concentration up to a minute, so it's not
Okay.
going to last very long.
I've
Okay.
got the potion of diminution. Diminution.
You mini 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 mini.
The small liquid.
Yes, it is enlarge or reduce.
Is that permanent?
It's for 1d4 hours, no concentration required.
You also have to be able to drink the potion for it to take effect.
So someone could essentially take the potion, throw one lunge strike. Yeah.
I mean, I should be able to drink underwater.
Won't know till you try. For the record, that potion is specifically the reduce effect of the enlarge reduce spell.
Okay, yeah. Excellent.
So whoever drinks it shrinks one size.
Whoever drinks it, shrinks it. So,
So what you're saying is, if I use my spell and then I take her potion, I can get down to a foot tall. Fucking A.
You could get down to a tiny creature.
you could
Could
fit
you
into
imagine the places I could get to, guys? Yeah.
Should find some more of those. Might be useful.
Right? This was literally a grab bag. I literally just like picked a bottle because I didn't know what any of them looked like. So we could use that as an option.
Well, the question, I think, first question is, does everybody have the ability to be underwater for extended periods of time?
I mean, I think it's just Pearl, Odess, and myself.
I can be now. Don't want to be.
You, was bright back when we were in Haven and picked up a couple potions of water breathing.
Hmm.
That's an hour apiece.
Ooh, I don't know if that would be long enough.
Tatty.
Well, it's 2 hours altogether. What?
Hey, Tatty.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
look
wait a minute.
look at that thing I
Somebody-
gave you.
Yeah, no. I forgot about that thing. It's been overnight. Yeah, I'm attuned to it now. Yeah, I got the armor from Otis. Yeah, lets me breathe underwater.
Okay.
So I don't need the potions anymore. Shit. Yeah.
So everybody can?
Cool. So we just anchor the boat and drag it back.
Well, do we, I mean,
Oh,
don't know that
I
we
picked
really
up a
want to
new.
leave the boat
I picked up a.
unmanned.
I picked up a new skill. I almost forgot about my new skill. Fuck. So I'm gonna cast my new spell, and you guys will see a big floating magic hand. And he's gonna, I don't know, pick up something on the deck. I can try using this.
What is that?
Here you go. Tokens on there for you, Teddy.
Yeah.
Magic hand.
Yeah.
That looks interesting.
Yeah. It's a spectral hand. I can, as long as I'm not 30 feet away from it, lasts for a minute or so, but it's cantrip, so I think I can use it over and over again.
Cool.
I haven't determined that yet.
Make sure as you're playing with your mage hand and having it pick things up and whatnot, you reread the last sentence of that spell.
The hand can't attack, activate magic items, or carry more than 10 pounds.
So you figure out that last bit as it's attempting to pick things up. It has a limit.
Yeah, it does.
I'm just making sure you are aware of it
Yeah.
in story.
Yeah, I'm not trying to use. I wasn't thinking about using the hand to like completely
Yeah.
handle the whole situation, but I was thinking you suggested not everything is as heavy as it normally is when it's underwater.
Yeah, but like you pointed out, things can still be heavy.
We could, yeah. I'm suggesting it's worth a try to help us.
Yeah.
A helping hand.
Yes.
It checks out.
That's what I was leading to. It's worth giving a shot when you're down there.
I'm not interrupting your guys' conversation. Keep having it. But I'm gonna have everybody do their morning rolls for the next day. And Pearl, it's your turn for a d20.
Why would you do this to me?
Okay. The map has been updated. Go ahead and continue. By best guess, Brad, tonight is the first night of the full moon. And you'll get 2 nights
Okay.
of it.
I'm sorry, I didn't have to roll anything, did I?
Just the nav check.
Okay, cool.
So, and an insight check for your undercommon stuff for the day.
Oh!
Okay. We're not going to make the language thing a daily thing. Just periodically I'll have you roll one to see how well it's going. It's going to take a lot longer to learn how to speak a language than use navigator's equipment. So, just a heads up.
I'm playing the long game.
Okay.
I feel like I'm here. Not dead somewhere.
I mean, I don't mind. If it works out, gives me something to do.
Aside from steal from my bag, if you want. This is an opportunity. Us spinning together.
Okay. So the conversation carries into the next day. Like I said, I don't want to interrupt your game planning, so.
No, I didn't stay up all night.
No. No, it's like you guys put a pin in it till morning, and then I figured it. I want to keep you moving, but I don't want to interrupt your planning. So I won't let you get so far that it's going to be, oh, fuck, we need to do something right now. But I kind of get you there so that you can either start doing it at the end of tonight's session or you'll be ready to start doing it next week. That kind of situation. As long as those D20s keep coming back clean, at least, which so far they have. I know.
It's day.
Yeah, it is morning. Day 21. Which is a Wednesday.
You guys are acknowledging nobody.
Talk about the her name is.
No. I'm talking about EM.
I saw it. I thought it was
Oh, I saw it. I chose to ignore it.
So you said it was day 21?
Yeah, we're day 20. If you look at the world map, the day hash marks are up at the top of it. You got 39 days left or you're going to jail again. Oh, you're not going to jail. You're going to the mines.
I'm so determined to make
Doing all right. All right. So continue your wonderful conversation. So I've heard two options, both with the same caveat. The caveat being you're leaving the ship unoccupied.
Oh no,
But-
I don't think that's not a set in stone.
Yeah.
I don't.
But the first option I heard was walk in, and the second option was sail in and hope for the best.
Well, and have we done repairs on our ship yet?
Yes, the ship is fully repaired, and you've got 2 ballistas on it. The map doesn't reflect as such. It will by next week, though.
I mean, yeah. If we can come up with a game plan that will allow us to walk in, get the machinery, and get it out, Patty said that's fine. I'm just concerned with us walking in, trying to move a piece of machinery. The last notation on the paperwork about the repair. I mean, dragging a sensitive piece of machinery across the ground doesn't sound very utmost care to me. We know how
It's the size of a jukebox.
4 feet tall, 3 feet wide, and 4 feet deep.
it's on the paperwork.
We have a little bit of extra lumber right now. We can try to build a cart.
Underwater cart? Are any of us intelligent high enough to engineer something like that?
Yeah, but seeing and making are two completely different things.
We're not exactly throwing a wheel on an axle here. We're talking about airbags of some sort for rotation, maybe.
Not all that it needs to float because we still have a ways to go.
Well, I mean to get it out of the building into the open because we're going into the rooms.
I mean,
We don't know if there's going to be a hole in the ceiling or not, so we may have to bring it out through the door. That's what's has been going through my head about this. We're going into ruins to pick up a jukebox essentially to get it out.
I mean, I have a bag of holding. I don't think it'll fit in that.
Definitely not.
Yeah, somehow I don't think you would want it cut in half. You get it fit in your bag. Which is a machine, but we had to cut it in half to get it out.
Do we have any leaves of mistletoe or sprigs of spruce?
Look around. I don't think so.
I only ask because I have pass without trace, so if it's actually surrounded, we could, if we had the stuff, we could cast a spell and use it to take the shit.
So pass without a trace gives you a +10 to your stealth checks. And if I remember correctly, makes it so like you don't leave footprints and stuff like that. It doesn't. It's not invisibility. It won't hide the ship. Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean,
Yeah.
I guess our best course of action maybe walk in, decipher the situation, and go from there. I mean, we're coming up with a plan for something that we don't have the details on yet.
I'm just trying to think. Anything. That jukebox thing.
No.
I'm gonna say you guys have this conversation on and off throughout the day. Give you guys a second to maybe think of other options, because it's not like one sit down conversation. It's a lot of, well, what ifs, and then you stop talking, and a couple hours later, well, what if? Kind of like that. So we'll take a second. Is there anything anybody wanted to do today in between these conversations?
Maybe give Silt a heads up that tonight won't be the first night of the full moon.
I need blood.
Busy. Sorry.
Gallon blood thing open?
I don't think it works for Tabaxis anyway.
Won't know till you try.
Incompatible.
I call Pearl over and I slice my hand with my dagger.
Oh, just like that? Oh shit, okay, well. I look at Gavin like,
This is better than getting assaulted first thing in the morning.
just like that? Okay.
Just like that, girl. Like, you just gotta squeeze.
Just go.
Gallon, go ahead and roll the dagger damage on yourself.
How do I just roll that in chat?
No, drag and drop it on yourself. On your token. Or on yourself in the combat tracker. Either way it works. Okay. So you cut it and fill up the bottles, and as you let the pressure of your hand go, you see the wound seal up as your temporary hit points absorbed it. Pearl, you can fill both your vials back up.
Yep, I did that.
While it's open, do you need a topper to avoid some blood rage?
Let me just take a little sip.
Drink now or forever.
Just a little sippy sip.
A little sip. A little sip. I take a little sip. Like,
Okay. Anybody else got anything for the day?
she doesn't need lay on hands. She's good.
Oh, please, like.
No?
I don't need it at all.
No?
So
Seriously?
Silt has been giving you guys 9 temporary hit points every morning when she does the crew speech, as part of her inspiring leader feat.
It's like free refill, but with gas. Oh, you can drink. I'll stop.
It's still planned.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
It's like an all-I-can-suck buffet. Let's go.
Oh my god. I didn't want to say that.
Oh, I'll say it.
Patty's gonna look at Galen and say, "Hey, I got an idea.
Oh
You
boy.
go find a tattoo parlor and get you a little tap right in your arm, Galen."
Good.
Anybody else?
Blood bag.
Alright.
And on the bag it says Pearl's blood.
Just
Aw.
Just get the puncture marks permanently tattooed where she keeps biting you.
Yeah, no, they say just right here. It's funny because I heard about this girl who was allergic to shellfish, and on her leg she has a tattoo of a crab, and so that way when she knows it, it says stab the crab.
Hey, there you go.
She needs her EpiPen.
Oh my god.
I like it.
I should do that. I'm
I knew-
allergic to crab.
When I was in the army, I used to donate plasma all the time, and there was one guy in my old unit that I used to go up with every single time we'd drive together, because we had to go from Fort Bliss up to into New Mexico. It was like an hour drive. It wasn't that bad, but he actually got a circle tattooed on both arms where the vein is, so they knew to poke inside that circle and they'd be good. That's a little too much for me. I've got the permanent scar from where they kept tapping me, so I didn't need the tattoo. But anybody else up to anything for the day? Okay. Well, evening will approach. Go ahead with your evening navigational checks. Pearl. Pearl said, "Fuck it, you take this one, Gallon."
Alright, well, I rolled a 14, I suppose.
Yep. Okay. Anybody got any new ideas for the job, or are we just going to sleep here? Or is anybody doing anything else? It is a full moon tonight, Odess.
Ask Silt. Right.
You remember the attunement details on that, right? Or do you want me to send them to you again?
Oh, I think I have it written down.
I got it right here. I'll just send them to you in a whisper.
Do we have any corn in that bag of vegetables?
You do not. It is a sack of potatoes and carrot root vegetables. It's not a big wrench, Brad. Just pull a kit, tie a rope around yourself, and get dragged.
Well, no, I'm talking about like the clear part. Let's talk about.
Except with the wonderful anti-storm field. Yes, I renamed it. It's pretty nice. So it's a good thing you guys brought that machine with you.
What are we trying, and what does it have to do with corn?
Something
Two
that will
separate
make
things.
you turn out to be cornholio.
No, two separate things. Odessa's doing his own thing. I have what's called a rope trick. I'm trying to think about the future job. The rope trick. I'm just wondering if I can get the machine up into the extra dimensional space and then drag the rope and the space. I don't know how that works.
Let me read the spell. I'm picking up what you're putting down, but let me read it here.
Okay. Then we can safely maneuver it, and it's not even underwater anymore.
We're going corn.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, it's okay. I see for the spell.
Oh,
You
my
guys don't
God.
understand what this is.
Mike, I think I might be the only one that I picked that up.
It does not say anything about whether or not the extra dimensional space can be moved.
I mean, I would just imagine it's kind of like me trailing along a rope leading
Like-
to space.
Like carrying a balloon, yeah. I'm gonna say fuck it. I'm gonna say that if you can get that thing into the extra dimensional space,
I need corn extract to
you can walk the rope like it's a balloon. Did you have this spell when you left Haven?
yes.
Then you have corn, because you guys did all of your material stuff for the spells you currently had when you left.
Hell yeah. Okay, so now we know how to move it, but we don't know if we're going to. If it's
Yeah.
surrounded by pirates, if it's. But we have a way to move it safely.
And you might have to figure out a way to get it into the space. Because it says up to 60 feet, so you can put it just a few feet off the ground, but you'll still have to lift it up and in, like putting something on a shelf. So,
But if it's also like a balloon, we can get it as low to the ground as possible, kind of shuffle it into the space, and then just like push it up. Like someone can swim away for a little bit, and then we can like drag it.
yeah, possible. In theory.
I will do my thing once they're done talking about it.
Okay.
That was my idea of coming up with something for this future job. I contributed.
Far as you know, in theory, it should work. In practice, might be a little different, though. Anybody else got anything for the evening or the conversation?
I got my thing for the evening, but
I'm tracking you, Brad. I'm talking to everybody else. All good.
Anything that you have to help us with this heist slash theft.
Who are you talking to, Becca? Pearl.
Sorry, I thought I said the whole name.
You might have. It might have just cut out. Pam? She might have stepped away.
Well then we'll route it.
Okay. Make an insight check, Gallon.
What appropriate? I have a question. So,
Go ahead.
gonna be a weird question, but I have something that might help us on this next mission. But I need some fur.
Anybody want to?
You recall stories of Balar.
I'll reach up behind my ear, pluck a finger from off the coat, hand it to the rest.
Was fucking Gal there to see this? This time?
I think we're all together trying to come up with ideas.
I mean, we're standing on the
Uh,
deck of the boat over here, and
I-
we're dog-jacking with Taddy over there.
I just haven't been moving tokens, but I would assume as much, yeah.
Like now, it's just gonna look on just like I'm gonna try and make it look sly, but just like beaming, but also like hiding it.
Pam, are you back?
Yeah.
Okay, Gallon had a question for Pearl.
Do you just like anything in your bag of tricks arsenal that could help get us in and out of space? That could, I don't know, some pirate code that you would know to help us deal with pirates if we need to.
Make a history check, Pearl, with advantage. You don't really recall anything. Your particular type of pirates that you rolled with kept to themselves and did their own thing unless they were in need of supplies, so to speak.
Yeah, no, not really. Just us to ourselves. Very rare on occasion. We needed to communicate with others for supplies and such, but not really a code. We were really to ourselves. At least the family I grew up with and surroundings.
You still there, Becca, or was that it?
Yeah, no, I was just like listening and nodding.
Okay.
Like, okay.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm sorry.
We can't see you, so.
No, I know, I know. I was just spacing out, trying to think of other solutions.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Yeah, no worries.
Anybody got anything else for the evening?
Fishing.
Survival? Yeah.
Sorry, it's
Brett.
kind of stealth instead.
Yeah, you did. Brad had to step away for a second, so we're waiting on him to get back. No fishing. No fishies.
You know, the waters used to be different around here. I'm just saying. Pearl says to herself, what is this? Not even a little showy. What's happening to the world? Anyway, that's it for me.
Anybody got anything else while we're waiting on Brad? Who conveniently always steps away right as it's his turn to do his thing.
Oh, Galen, how's it going with studying?
It's going. Languages are not easy. I mean, I already speak 4, so
So she should get advantage on easier, right?
Yeah.
is uncommon similar to common, or is it completely different?
No, it's completely different.
Yeah.
Uncommon is like a
I want to see.
cross of deep speech and gnomish.
Does it look like infernal? A little bit like elvish, but not really.
Brad, you back yet?
Yes, I'm back.
All right, you're up, bud. Everybody else has gone and settled in for the night.
So I will either is Silt still at the helm?
Uh-huh. I'm waiting to see that. Tonight's the night.
Well, tonight is the first night, I think. I gotta be in the water for 12 hours.
Oh.
So I don't know, like you want to just drag me the entire night, which I don't think is necessarily a good idea, but
Why don't we drop anchor here?
kind of.
I say half-fast. Let's keep pace. Track his ass behind the boat.
Look, I'm trying to build a relationship.
That was a
here,
no,
Gal.
I know. That was above table. That was above table.
I'm doing this for your hives. Shut up.
Wait a minute. I am in the crow's nest. Am I hearing them having this conversation?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm gonna yell down. Just tell him that.
I'll just clear my throat.
We got shit to do.
And sort of like pinch the bridge of my nose a little bit. Not at in response to that.
Okay.
So I guess I'm waiting for Odessa presumably to say yes or no. Nothing or totally.
Well, I mean, he's already kind of said that. He said
Okay,
he doesn't think that
I'm
it's
sorry, I
a
didn't-
good idea to drag him
Right.
in the
Okay.
water like fish bait.
Are Pearl and Gallon up on deck or are they overhead?
Would like to be on deck, but he also did say like the others have gone to sleep.
Okay, so okay, well let's hoist the sails.
I will suggest above table if just above table. Odessa, do you have to be just like sleeping in the water, or do you just have to be in it?
Hold on.
Like in like
Do you just want me to say it out loud, Brad?
I think I just need to be in the water. As
So-
far as I know, I need to be in the water for 12 hours under the full moon. It has to be clear water.
okay,
You have to be praying for that 12 hours
Well,
or communing.
I don't know that that's the tidbit information that they need.
No.
That's just above table.
Or do you
What's
need
that?
to be in the ocean itself? Or in a barrel of ocean water? That would-
Technically, it just says clear ocean water under a full moon. So I'm assuming that it's the ocean only because I don't know, based on what I'm doing, if I'm willing to try to.
Go there. Let people say.
I'm not
Or-
fish bait, Caddy.
You're not fish bait if you're in the barrel, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Well, and then the other question is, do you have to be fully submerged, or can you like stick your foot in? Because then we can just tie you to the side of the boat.
No,
Have you just like hang a leg?
Yeah,
no,
no.
from my notes, from what I have. So above table, from what I have from the DM, is that I have to be submerged in the
Okay,
water.
then yeah, we should probably stop the boat.
Well, we got a mermaid on the front of the boat. We just hook her up with a like a swing. And you just sit on the swing on the front of the boat.
So why don't we just take one night and just stop for a second? Just have
Yeah.
a peaceful night, relax, let everybody get some sleep, we'll do our watches.
That was the fucking kiss of death, wasn't it?
What did I say? I
still
never.
think
I will tell you right now. I don't say a few words because I am superstitious about that at my work.
I know you are. But relaxed is kind of the same thing.
But yeah, I mean that's my opinion. If you want to drag me, that's fine. But I need to do this.
I
So-
don't want to. I don't want to drag you. We can stop the boat. Hang out here.
I mean, I can set my thing down so we don't like drift. If that helps.
Oh yeah, that would be better than our anchor.
Maybe. In theory, if I remember how this works correctly, he would pull out his anchor and set it on the boat. Once we're stopped, I'll activate it.
I was just gonna ask.
I know you were chomping at the bit. Trust me, I learned well enough. But yeah, once the boat stops, I'll press the button and activate it.
Okay. So you guys spend a couple minutes raising the sails, and the ship slows to a safe enough speed. You activate the anchor, and all momentum stops. The ship is dead in the water.
At that point, I don't know who's good at tying knots per se.
Yep.
That would be me.
I'm gonna go see if Yala can help tie some knots in the harness.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
proficient with +5.
So Gallon, go ahead and roll with advantage as you're being helped.
Sorry for waking you up.
I'm just gonna like slowly like what's up, what do you need?
Oh no, wake her ass up so she can see us working as a team. She wants this, she can see this.
That's right.
Oh, it's bad business, you know. Big stuff.
So
Big stuff going
so
on.
what I'm hearing is that a troll machine is just on the side of the boat. That's what I'm hearing.
Patty!
I'm trying to change my dice really but it's being slow. A little bit.
If we catch something, Patty, then yes, I guess we will have been fishing, but that's hopefully not well, I don't know, actually, what the word is.
So you guys rig up like a seated, like a repelling harness, essentially, and tie it off one of the rails on the boat. I don't know which one you want to do. Brad, you can do that as well.
Yeah, this might be a good idea if you come
Okay.
over to
So, Brad, if you're ready to get in the water, I will say go ahead and move your token to wherever you want to be and tell me how deep you want to be.
let's see if the place is there. Right there.
And how deep do you want it? Giggity.
I'm gonna say 15 feet.
Okay.
I mean, 15 it's not super crazy deep or anything, but
Okay. Fair enough.
a little bit of privacy for this.
All right. So you all use the pulley for the first time and get Odess lowered into the water. Anything you guys want to do for the night?
I will be keeping watch. I'm just gonna give up a night's sleep to volunteer.
I'll stay up too and I'll trade off with Silks that Silk can.
So if you don't at least get a short rest, you will have a level of exhaustion come morning.
I don't want to risk that with you.
table, if y'all are switching off and taking turns, you're gonna get a short rest. Your short rest is what, around 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're taking turns, you should be able to get at least a short rest in.
Well, and I think for my short rest, I can do trance.
You can, because you have elven lineage, so it actually counts as a full rest for you.
Rest. Yeah.
I would volunteer for watch for Otis as well. I will say that I don't have dark vision, so I'm not able to see very well in the dark. But I'm willing to help with the night watch. So everybody.
I'm gonna call Chester up now.
Give me 1 second.
Asking him if I'm going to be made to sleep, if he can
Holy fuck.
wake me up if anything happens.
Oh, of course. It would be my pleasure.
Just as a backup, I'm sure people on watch will be as well.
Yeah, he will come over to about there and hover up just a little bit and just kind of sit there. His gems glowing a faint light blue, pulsing.
Holy shit. Above table. I'm not sure given, I feel like you probably told us and I'm just forgetting, in terms of your, like, constitution saving throw, is that just something that happens randomly? It's not something that's additionally added or disadvantaged by exhaustion?
If you're exhausted, you will get disadvantage when you roll that.
That's
If
for
you,
Silt?
if you,
It's not
oh, for her.
Yeah.
I think there is something on Silt's stuff, since you've discussed it. You roll at disadvantage if you're exhausted or
Right.
something.
And so, like, I don't know if my character knows that, but, like, above table, that's what I'm concerned about. You just had a great time with your family. I don't want you going into, like, a panic.
What is happening?
Don't worry about it.
You don't want to know.
I do want to know. I'm so curious.
Someone's getting their cinnamon ring blown out right now.
But still, if you do honestly want to stay up all night, that's fine. I'm not trying to overstep. I'm not captain.
No, just if anything at all happens, please wake me up.
Look, if Otis comes up walking bow-legged, just mind your business. Bow-legged. Just mind your business. Mind your business. It has to do with him and a guy.
Hey, if it sounds like
Anybody else got anything else?
Like bad business. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
hilarious.
After a long night.
College somehow.
After a long night of keeping watch on the rope that's holding Odess, none of you actually able to see Odess. He's just deep enough that you can't catch a glimpse of him through the water. Finally, 12 hours later, the sun starts to come up. And you all gather. And shortly after the 12-hour mark, when you're starting to get concerned about if he's okay or not, you see bubbles starting to come up out of the water surrounding the rope. It starts a trickle, small bubbles, The bubbles start getting bigger and bigger. Kind of like like in a water fountain, the air bubbler, how it pushes up and outward, but when you first turn it on, it's just little trickles, and then eventually it builds up to speed, and then you've got water being pushed up more than just the bubbles. And shortly after that, Odes, still wrapped in his harness, rises to the surface of the water, seemingly standing on the water that is pushing upward. And in his hand, you see a trident, glimmering as if forged from gold itself, with ornate seafaring creatures and plant life upon it. And Odes himself seems to have a aura to him.
Still purple, bald, and half a beard.
Yep.
Whoever's standing close enough to me will hear me say, huh? I guess it is. I'll begin. Why don't you make me look like that?
Of course, I'm close enough to hear that, and I'm gonna look at you and be like, what?
Or just put it in my face.
No, but like, what's happening?
Oh, so that is Poseidon's trident. Yeah. It had it all.
But with that, it is 11 o'clock, which ends the game for the night, where we will pick up next week. You guys do level up against my better judgment, because Mike was pushy and I kind of don't want to. But you guys do level up to level 6. So I will leave Fantasy Grounds open while you do that. I don't know. Asking for a level up, as fun as it is and as much as I've done it, it's pushing. But I'm gonna cut the stream. We will pick up next week, seeing what bullshit shenanigans Odes is up to now. So thanks everybody for stopping by. Keep an eye out for time changes on our Wednesday stream. Otherwise, we'll see you back same time, same place for Friday and Sunday this week. Bye.